All right. Welcome, everybody, for another episode of I'm So Beastly Trivia. We are live on YouTube and TikTok, and this is episode 21. It is part of our alphabet series. Every answer starts with the letter G. I've decided to do away with the point system tonight. We're going to keep it simple, so every question counts for the same amount of points. I am doing 21 questions, so we'll be here for a nice little bit. And I am going to spin a wheel with 50 numbers on it to determine which number on the question sheet we're going to be asking. I have a list of 50, so we'll see. But let's get it started. It may take me a second because for some reason, my numbers are not in order. I don't know why I filtered it that way, but hey, it is what it is. So, first question we're going to ask is number. Would you looky there? Number 20, right? So, boom, number 21. All right. What branch of math studies shapes, lines, angles, and space? Right? What branch of math studies shapes, lines, angles, and space? All right. Just remember, all the answers do start with the letter G. So in case you're thinking otherwise, don't do that. Let's cross this bad boy off. Remember, once again, every question counts the same this round. So, but yes, question 1. What branch of math studies shapes, lines, angles, and space? That would be geometry. Oh, beautiful geometry. Geometry is the universe. The universe is geometry. It answers every question perhaps we may have in some shape or fashion. And it's a beautiful thing. It is a language. Oh, baby, do I love geometry. I love math in general. I need to I should just do an episode either on this one or on my other podcast, Waves of Passion. I'm very passionate about geometry. I may have to do its own episode of there. But nonetheless, let's move on to question 2. We are looking for number 45 on this list. Here we are. All right. Question 2. What open world crime video game series is made by Rockstar Games? Right? What open world crime video game series is made by Rockstar Games? Whoa. A lot of people love this. Abbreviations will not count. You're going to have to give the full answer. All right. I do not play this game necessarily. I've played it hither and thither. It's pretty fun. It's a good time. But it's not my jam. I am obsessed with RuneScape. As those of you who know me know very well, I talk about it all the time. Currently back on the grind, just got a couple hunter levels. So yeah, we're doing things. We're making moves. But yes, question 2. Sorry, I am going to get sidetracked. I'm all over the place, so I don't want to get sidetracked. So question 2, What open world crime video game series was made by Rockstar Games? That would be Grand Theft Auto. That's all the that's how I imagine Grand Theft Auto going the entire time. That's a siren. That's question 3. Moving on. Question 3. Let's see. We are going to be looking for number 30 on my sheet. Here we are. Ooh, okay. All right. Question 3. What is the last name? I'm going to have to change this question a bit. All right. Question 3. What is the last name of the wealthy man who throws parties in the hopes that a girl named Daisy will show up? All right. What is the name of a wealthy man? This is a movie and a book. What is the name of a wealthy man who throws parties in the hopes that a woman named Daisy will show up? I will take the title of the book / movies. I will also take simply the last name. Or if you want to go all in, you can say the first and last name. But they did a remix, not a remix, a remake of this. So it was a super old movie. Well, super old for me. And they've made a more recent one. Whatchamacallit? Oh, butterscotch. The lead actor was Leonardo DiCaprio. But perhaps that gave it away if you know things about movies. So, question 3. What is the name of the wealthy man who threw parties in hopes that a woman named Daisy would show up? That would be Jay Gatsby, or The Great Gatsby would be the title of the book / movie. And Gatsby is what we're looking for. Gatsby is the proper answer. All right. Going into question 4, let's tally these bad boys so I understand how many I'm doing. This is number 4. We're looking for 39. All right, here we go. Question 4. What rock band released the song Sweet Child O' Mine? What rock band released the song Sweet Child O' Mine? I'm actually watching a sweet documentary series about music. This band was one of the focal points of one of the episodes because they play a great deal in the history of this type of music. And I'll give you a hint if you don't know. The name of the documentary series is Metal Evolution. Excellent series. Highly recommend. It came out in like 2011. But it's dope. It shows obviously the evolution of metal music and connects things that we didn't really see. But Sweet Child O' Mine, very famous song, also very famous band. Right? So question 4, what rock band released the song Sweet Child O' Mine? That would be Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses or Guns and Roses. Either way, we will accept both answers because we're a generous bunch here on I'm So Beastly Trivia. Question 5. All right. Question 5, we're looking for number 36 on our list. Here we are. We found it. Pretty simple question. Number 5, what is the tallest living land animal? What is the tallest living land animal? This one should be a whatchamacallit, a gimme. This one should be a gimme. Who knows? Who knows? You know, I'm not in y'all's heads. The tallest land animal. I mean, we got right. Okay, I'm not going to give you any more time for this one. Too easy. All right, question 5. What is the tallest land animal? That would be giraffe. That'd be a giraffe. Those long neck boys. Long neck heaven. Oh, also giraffes. I heard something about that, like they can't make sounds or something. Oh lordy. Question looking for number 48 on this list. Number 48. Aha, here we are. Number 48. Excellent. Excellent film, by the way. Not number 48. Number 5. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Number 5. Number 6, actually. This guy. Question number 6. What 2000 film stars Russell Crowe as a betrayed Roman general? Excellent film. What 2000 film stars Russell Crowe as a betrayed Roman general? Oh, this is such an excellent film. I highly recommend it if you have not seen it. Keep in mind, this is an episode where all answers start with the letter G. So there are a couple possibilities, but do they all start with the letter G? Me do not know. Oh. Yes. It's quite awesome. It involves the Roman Colosseum. What were they called, those who fought in the Roman Colosseum? That's a massive hint. Massive hint there. Huge hint. All right, Russell Crowe, he's like, I'm fighting for my people. It's not him at all. He's like Australian or something. All right, anyway, question 6. What 2000 film stars Russell Crowe as a betrayed Roman general? That would be the fabulous movie Gladiator. Gladiator, that was question 6. I don't know. I keep messing these up. All right. Anyway, moving on. Wonderful film. Question 7. We're looking for number 13. I know this is an interesting way I'm doing this today, but I just wanted to change up the randomness a little bit. All right. Question 7. What cell structure modifies, sorts, and packages proteins? All right. What cell structure modifies, sorts, and packages proteins? I'm not a wizard of the cell, but at least you know it starts with a G. At least you know you can do the thing, whatchamacallit, narrow it down. All right, we can narrow it down. But this one, I feel like if you don't know it, you're just not going to know it. So what cell structure modifies, sorts, and packages proteins? Number 7, that would be Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus. Yeah, that's a tough one there. All right. Those of you science wizards, maybe it's an easy one. But hey, I'm not one of those. That's tis what it is. We're looking for number 29. Aha, here we are. Question 8. Oh, this is interesting. Question 8. What monster does Beowulf battle first? What monster does Beowulf battle first? All right, this is a mythology. This is a movie. This is this is a book. This is a lot of different mediums here. It's been around for ages. All right, I'm Beowulf. Beowulf. I don't know. Beowulf kind of reminds me of the movie 300 in a way. In what way? I don't know. I've actually never seen either of them. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. All right. Number 8. What monster does Beowulf battle first? That would be Grendel. Grendel. Lost me on that one. Anyway, we're looking for number 50. This will be a home run for y'all. Super easy question. All right, even those of you who don't know sports will know this one. Question 9. What is the name of the team that Steph Curry plays for? All right, they can all be hard. They gotta be. Some of them gotta be, soft tosses. Question 9. What NBA team does Steph Curry play for? They're in the running to get LeBron, from what I'm gathering. Interesting stuff here. Interesting stuff. We're gonna move ahead since this is a pretty basic question. Probably one of the most well-known aspects in all of the NBA, all of sports. But anyway, so what NBA team is associated or does Steph Curry play for? That would be the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors. G is our giveaway. And moving on to the beautiful question 10. Alrighty, I must find number 24 on my list. And here we are. No. What did I do? Did I forget 24? No, here we are. Here we are, governor. 24. What ancient physicians' ideas influenced European medicine for centuries? This is obviously a much harder question. Sometimes they have to be difficult. All right. Question 10. What ancient physicians' ideas influenced European medicine for centuries? This is probably one of those that these are not, probably won't get got, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Here we are. All right. So we're just going to go ahead to the answer to number 10 because I don't want to lag this out. I don't want to drag this one out. All right. What ancient physicians' ideas? Ooh, I don't know why, but I'm thinking of cheesy bread and spaghetti for dinner. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be absolutely epic. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Love that. All right. Question 10. What ancient physicians' ideas influenced European medicine for centuries? That would be Galen. 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 All right. Moving on. Question 11. Halfway there. Living on a prayer. Whoa, Bon Jovi. All right, number 42. All right, 42. The answer to the question of the universe and everything else, according to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hitchhiker, yes. Yes. Hitchhiker's Guide. Oh, wait, sorry. We're looking for 42. All right, 42. So this is a picture of the two farmers. American Gothic. The man with the pitchfork and the old lady, they're stone-faced. All right. So who painted American Gothic. Suppose you have to know a little bit about the arts to know this one, or perhaps just some random trivia knowledge. All right, who painted American Gothic? Old man with a pitchfork, short hair. The other lady's got like hair pulled back. They're on a farm. They kind of look like they're Amish, maybe. I guess they're just Gothic in the American sense. Yeah. Right? I mean, all right, but question 11, who painted American Gothic? That would be Grant Wood. Grant Wood. All right, now we are moving on to question 12. And we're looking for number 9 on my list. Okay, this is a good one. All right, question 12. What surname belongs to India's famous nonviolent independence leader? What surname, last name, belongs to India's famous nonviolent independence leader? All right. This obviously it's answers that start with G. Last name will do. If you want to say the full name, by all means, we will still accept that. We'll accept the full name. He's just a little guy in a robe and glasses from all the pictures I've seen, but he made a massive difference. You know, as they say, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog. And oh, this man had he had a big fight in him. But he's a tiny little man. He's a big package inside a small wrapping or something. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, what surname, last name, belongs to India's famous nonviolent independence leader? That would be Gandhi, or Mahatma Gandhi, if you wanted to go with the full name. But Gandhi, what a guy. What a guy. All right, we are looking for number 46 for question 13. Oh, dope. This is an excellent one. Excellent one. Also, guys, thank you for playing. Whether you are live on YouTube, on TikTok, or listening after the fact in podcast form. All right. Let's see. Question 13. Right? What giant radioactive lizard is a famous Japanese movie monster? This is a fun one. Right? What giant radioactive lizard is a famous Japanese monster? This one should be very simple. Came out in like the 30s, 20s, 40s. I don't know, way back in the day. Maybe before that, maybe after that. I'm not a hundo P. But anyway, made a resurgence recently in the past decade or so. Came on super strong here. Super strong. And, you know, just a dope dude. Just a real dope dude. Probably misunderstood. He's probably got all that aggression because he's misunderstood and he just wants to feel loved. Kind of like Mary Shelley's monster, the monster of Frankenstein, who, by the way, Frankenstein is not his name. The doctor's name is Frankenstein. The monster is Frankenstein's monster. Anyway, back to the game. All right. Question 13. What giant radioactive lizard is a famous Japanese movie monster? That would, of course, be Godzilla. Godzilla the baller. Big dog. Godzilla's pretty dope. Pretty dope. He's super dope. Super fly. Super fly for what do they call him? Amphibian. All right, we're looking for number 4. We are on question 14. Oh, butterscotch. Here we go. All right, question 14. What is the world's largest coral reef system? Stay hydrated, folks. Always stay hydrated. Got to get that salt to retain the water. Stay hydrated. All right, question 14. What is the world's largest coral reef system? I almost went there one time, but the time of year, it was not proper. And honestly, I could have possibly died from the baby jellyfish that could have zapped me and paralyzed me and made me sick to my tum-tum. All those things, all those things. All right. Thank you for joining and playing, everybody. Of course, it's all in good fun. We love trivia. We need y'all to keep coming back, keep playing. Right. Let's make this the biggest trivia game in the world, live or otherwise. I'm So Beastly Trivia is it's about to be a phenomenon. All right. Anyway, back to the game. 14. Wow, man, it's so easy to get sidetracked. And I'm going to try my best to not get sidetracked. So we're going back. All right. Question 14. What is the world's largest coral reef system? This is up near Cairns, Australia. This would be the Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef. Unfortunately, it is dwindling away, dying. We need to do whatever we can to keep it, not dying, keep it alive. I'm not too sure how we're going to be able to do that, but it is what it is. So now moving on, question 15. Question 15, we are looking for, all right, we're looking for number 41. Okay, dope fresh, baby, dope fresh. All right, 41. Butterscotch. Question 15. I'm not going to number it like this again. This was stupid. We'll keep it going for this episode, but next episode, I'm going to do it, probably go back to how I did it before. This was good in theory, but the execution is so poor. So anyway, question 15. All right. What medieval church chant is named after a pope? What medieval church chant is named after a pope? I suppose for this, you would have to know the names of all the popes. Or at least just the right one. All right. It's also interesting because, and perhaps I could be wrong, but it seems as though this is the same as the calendar made after the Pope. Interesting connection. I will have to fact check that and perhaps let y'all know, perhaps not. I don't know. We'll find out. It all depends. But yes. So question 15. What medieval church chant is named after a pope? Also, to my knowledge, could be wrong, the calendar named after the pope is the Gregorian calendar, which means that the Gregorian chant is the medieval chant named after a pope. All right. So I feel like that's a pretty obscure piece, very trivial, if you if you will. Moving on. Question 16. All right, we're looking for number 22 here. Question 16. Dope fresh, dope fresh. All right. Very simple, very easy. Right. Question 16. What visual diagram uses points and lines to show relationships or data? What visual diagram uses points and lines to show relationships or data? This can be shown in a variety of ways. Oh, we got the beat in our hearts. Ba-bum. All right, so this says there's many different versions of this, but this is just the overall. What visual diagram uses points and lines to show relationships or data? Points and lines. Think about slope. Right? Point, slope, point, and a line. That'd be a graph, right? Simple graph. There's bar graphs, there's line graphs, there's graphs. I don't know. There's a bunch of different types of graphs. All right. But that was question 16. All right. Now, moving on to 17. We have 5 more questions. Moving on to 17. All right, we are looking for number 27 on my list. Here we go. Ooh, this is about mythology. Mythology question. Okay, number 17. What Greek monster type includes Medusa? What Greek monster type includes Medusa? Interesting indeed. If you've seen Stranger Things, then you may know something of the sort. Technically, I guess, in the same family as Medusa. Medusa was the lady who turned people into stone. And we are very close with Stranger Things. Not quite the exact same thing, but thank you for, hearing the connection. But yes, in Stranger Things, they fight. All right, we'll repeat the question once more. It was asked. Okay. Number 17, what Greek monster type includes Medusa? So what type of monster is Medusa? She's a lady who has crazy hair. She turns her people into stone, whoever looks at her. All right, in Stranger Things, they fight demigorgons, but in Greek mythology, Medusa is simply just a gorgon. Gorgon. I'm not a pronunciation wizard, so tis what it is. We're just going to say gorgon. And that is that. That, in fact, is that. All right, next question. Looking on here, finding on here. Okay. Oh, this is a good one, a delicious one. What Italian frozen dessert is similar to ice cream? What Italian frozen dessert is similar to ice cream? Every time I hear this word, I think of the Lizzie McGuire movie from back in the day. If you have not seen it, it's fabulous. They go to Italy. And it's probably the only memorable line I have from that entire movie because it was a long time ago, but this one just really stuck out to me. It's delicious. It's quite delicious. All right. So, in the Lizzie McGuire movie, I will answer this question with the quote. All right. Whether it's true or not, hey, that's up to Italians to know. All right. Question 18. Yes, 18. What Italian frozen dessert is similar to ice cream? Gelato. It's Italian for ice cream. Whether that is actual translation or not, I have no idea. But that's the line from the movie, and I'm sticking to it. Spinaroonie, Spinaroonie. Booker T, WWE. Check that, WWF, WWE, Spinaroonie, King Booker. What's up? What's up? All right. Now, whoa, buddy. Okay, there we go. We are on to question 19. All right, here we are. All right, we're looking for question 19. What is the capital of Guyana? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Question 19. What is the capital of Guyana? Somebody knows. Somebody knows their geography. Unless, of course, we're dabbling with the searching. If not, no worries. If are, no worries. It's all in good fun. Swag, swag, dope, fresh. All right, question 19. What is the capital of Guyana? That would be Georgetown. Yes, indeed, that would be Georgetown. Named after Curious George. The monkey and the man with the yellow boots. That's actually not true. It actually 100% was not named after. Well, I don't know 100%. I honestly do not know. They could have a connection, but I would assume they probably do not. It was just a silly something or other. Okay, here we are. Question 20. Okay. I'm going to fact check something right now because I just said this the other day, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is what I thought. So we're going to keep it. Okay. Number 20. What is the largest island in the world? What is the largest island in the world? If you do know this, fabulous. If it were a different topic, not answer starting with G, would you have still known it if you did get it correct? This is, interestingly enough, a very little known fact from what I've gathered. But I find it fascinating. They actually made 2 movies based on this nation, starring Gerard Butler. Yeah, starring Gerard Butler, and he's like playing this dope, fresh, hardcore dude who's just running away, trying to get to this place to save his family and like save the world or something. I don't know. I haven't seen them. I've seen like bits and pieces of them. They look cool, but 'tis what it is. All right, number 20. What is the largest island in the world? That would be Greenland. Greenland. All right. Big fan of Greenland. I think it's real cool. Apparently, we're trying to make it part of the United States. Not sure about that. I heard about it. Don't watch the news. Don't know what's going on. So that's that. But we have made it to the last question of our fabulous trivia. Actually, episode 21. Of course, we had to do 21 questions. Right? And this is a lovely, lovely question to end it on. All right, question 21. What spicy root is used in certain breads and mini teas? What spicy root is used in certain breads and mini teas? I'll also give another hint. It comes typically on plates when you order sushi at sushi restaurants, at Japanese restaurants. It's very delightful on the palate. It's wonderful in teas. I drink this. It's a nice mix of turmeric and honey along with this third ingredient, but it's fabulous for your insides, for your health. But yes, question 21, the final question of this round, our 21st round, how fitting. What spicy root is used in breads and mini teas? That would be ginger. It is used in gingerbread, is used in teas. Turmeric, honey, ginger tea is what I was referring to earlier. It's a fabulous taste. It's a fabulous mix, fabulous blend. Very nice on the palate. Smells delightful. But that is, in fact, what we have for today. We've been on for roughly 43 minutes. And that's pretty good time. Pretty good time for 21 questions. Make sure to comment how you did. If you're not following or subscribing to my page or channels, please do so you can play fabulous trivia with us once again. Wednesday nights. Next week, I'm going to have to do it on, next week, I will probably still do it Wednesday night. I got some family in town, but next week, Wednesday, still once again at the same time, 8-7 Central. We're going to try to keep this proper, be real consistent with this. Live on Wednesdays. Everybody knows, everybody plays. We're all jazzing, we're all grooving. So that's how we're gonna do it. I'm So Beastly Wednesdays. That's what it is. All right. Anyway, I'm your host, Chase Tootin. It has been fabulous, and we will see you next time. Ta-ta, kittens.